He heard the command of the Lord, yet chose to follow his own path, and the wild beasts became the instruments of divine justice. In the days when Israel struggled to remain faithful to the covenant, prophets of the Lord walked among the people, carrying messages of warning, judgment, and hope. One such prophet, whose name has been preserved in the scrolls, was given a solemn command by the voice of God to journey to a distant town and deliver a word of warning to its inhabitants. The Lord's command was clear: "Go and speak what I command. Do not eat bread there, do not drink water, and do not linger, for the word of the Lord is urgent." Yet the prophet's heart wavered. Fear and doubt, or perhaps the allure of comfort, overtook his obedience. He lingered, ate and drank, in defiance of the divine instruction, thinking in his mortal pride that he could bend the command of the Almighty without consequence. The Lord, who watches the hearts of men, sent a warning through a messenger: "Why have you disobeyed my word? You have chosen your own way over mine." But the prophet, stubborn and unrepentant, continued in his disobedience, trusting in his own understanding. Then the judgment came. As the prophet walked along the path, a lion, fierce and unrestrained, sprang from the wilderness. Its roar split the silence, and terror gripped the prophet's heart. Yet even in his fear he remembered the warnings he had received, but it was too late. The beast, sent by the hand of God, struck without hesitation. The prophet fell, and the lion devoured him where he had chosen to defy the command of the Lord. His body became a testimony, a stark and dreadful lesson to all who heard the tale, that God's instructions are not to be ignored, and that his power governs even the wild creatures of the earth. The people who witnessed or later heard of this event trembled. Mothers whispered the story to their children. Elders recounted it in the marketplaces. It was said that the place where the prophet fell became hallowed in fear, a reminder that obedience is life, and disobedience is death. Yet even in this judgment, there was instruction. The Lord does not act out of cruelty, but to uphold the sanctity of his word. The prophet's fate served to warn the faithful that no mortal wisdom, no human cunning, can override the command of God. Thus, the story of the prophet eaten by a lion has echoed through the generations, a tale of obedience and defiance, of fear and reverence. It reminds all who hear it that the Lord's will is supreme, and that to walk in his paths is to live in safety, while to stray is to invite the terrors of heaven upon oneself. And so, even now, travelers tell the story to warn the disobedient, that in every forest, in every wilderness, the power of God remains, watching, judging, and executing justice upon those who turn from his word.